So hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel Java Guru Ravi, and I Ravi Khan Sahu welcome you in this new video. So let's get started. So hello everybody, today we are going to discuss nested classes, right? So what is nested class? Basically, you can define some class or interface inside some other class or interface. So definitely first question that should come to your mind is that why we will use the nested classes. What is the reason of creating the nested classes? And if you are not aware, then definitely you will never use the nested classes. So let us understand the importance of nested classes with the help of an example. So let's say I want to create a class voter card, right? So let's say I have defined a class voter card in this manner like a normal class, and I have created a class person. So what I want to do here is that I know that the person can create the object of voter card. So definitely the class person is created here and the class voter card is created here. So definitely person can easily create the object of voter card. That is well and good and we are happy with that. But there is a problem here. Let's say I am leaving this class voter card open like this. So what is going to happen? Let's say there is a class called as dog. So don't you think that dog can also create the object of voter card? Obviously, yes. There is no problem. The dog can also create the object of voter card. So this is the problem. What I want to do here is that I want to create some class whose object should be created by only some set of classes. We should not allow these kind of classes to keep it open and anybody should be allowed to create the object. So here the concept is called as logical grouping of classes, right? So the first reason of creating nested class is logical grouping of classes. So what I want to do is I want to ensure that okay, the object of voter card should be created only by the person class but not by any other class. So what I can do here is I can create it as a nested class. Second reason of creating the nested class is effective use of private and protected access modifiers. What is the meaning of this? I hope you are aware that if you are creating a normal class, so here you can not use the private or protected access modifiers with the class. A normal class, or you can say an outer class, cannot have the private or protected access modifiers. It is not allowed here, and protected is also not allowed here. A normal class or interface can be either default or it can be public. You cannot use the private and protected access modifier. But when you will create it as a nested class, so you can make it private also. And that's what we need here in this class, person. I will be creating this voter card class inside the person class as a nested class, and then that class will be declared private so that nobody from outside the class person should be accessing this voter card. So here we will be having the effective use of private and protected access modifier. This is the second use of nested classes. Third thing is that is called an increased encapsulation. What is the meaning of increased encapsulation? I hope you are aware that encapsulation can be achieved in three ways in case of Java programming. The first one is a normal class. Class is an example of encapsulation. Second thing is packages. You might have seen different packages are there: java.lang, java.util, java.io. There are so many packages. So why the packages are created? For achieving the encapsulation. Normal class can be accessed by anybody without any permission, but if you have created the packages, so you have to import the package, then only you can access. So this is the increased encapsulation, means I am adding one more layer of encapsulation. The third way is nested classes. If you feel okay, my voter card class should be having some more layer of encapsulation, so you can keep it inside the another class. So it will add one more layer of encapsulation. Like you can take the example of any university or a college. So any university or college campus is one level of encapsulation. Anybody who will be having some authorization or those who are related to that university, maybe staff or their student, they can enter to the university campus. But then the hostels are inside that campus. Now everybody who is entering the campus should not be allowed to enter the hostel. Maybe you are a day scholar, so day scholar will be allowed to enter the campus, but they are not allowed to enter the hostel. So that is the next level of encapsulation, right? Similarly, if you want to access some things where you want to keep one more layer of security, so you can keep it as a nested class, right? So here we will be understanding the three important uses of nested classes. The first one is, I told you, increased encapsulation. Second one is effective use of private and protected modifier, and third one is logical grouping of classes. So these are the three major reasons for which we are using the nested classes. One more reason you can say, it is increasing the readability of your code. Means if you will write the logical related classes, person is going to use the voter card, so rather than writing it separately, it can be written inside the same class. So whosoever is reading that class person will be getting the information of voter card also in the same file or inside the same class, rather than referring the other class. So that is the fourth reason, but primarily we have three reasons that I have discussed earlier, right? So in this case, we'll be talking about the class person, which is going to encapsulate the voter card. So here we will need this kind of behavior. Means the class person must have this class voter card inside it. Something like this. So this is called as nested class. This is a normal outer class. So what is the benefit here? Now here you can use any access modifier. It can be private, it can be protected, it can be public, it can be default. Whatever you want to keep the accessibility level for this class, you can write it here. So let's say I feel ki okay, voter card object should not be created by any other class apart from the person. So I'll make it private. No other class will be allowed to even access this class voter card. If you feel that voter card class should be instantiated by any other class also, you can make it public. That is the simple process here. So I'll be making here this class private because I feel that only person should be allowed to access this voter card. So now you can see this is a private member. It is accessible within the class. So the class is person. So this voter card class can be accessed within the person class only. From the dog class outside this person, you cannot access the voter card class. Right? So this is how you are going to use the nested classes. One more important term here you can understand is, it is representing the had a relationship. Like inheritance is used to represent the is a relationship, here the nested class is going to represent the has a relationship. You can see person has a voter card. Person has a voter card. So this is the has a relationship. Right? So now we are going to talk about the different types of nested classes. So if you talk about the different types of nested classes, so broadly you can create two different types of nested classes. So first one is called as the static nested class. Static nested class. Second one is called as inner class. So first one is called as static nested class, and second one is called as inner class. It is also considered as a non-static nested class. Right? So let us understand what is the use of static nested class and what is the use of non-static or inner class. So first of all, you will have to understand when we will be creating the static nested class and when we will be creating the non-static nested classes. So simple concept here is, when you are creating the static nested class, the static nested class should be created when you feel that the object of outer class is not required when you want to create the object of nested class. Means if you feel that you want to create an object of nested class, but for creating the object of nested class you don't need the object of outer class. On the other hand, if you feel ki okay, to create the object of nested class, first the object of outer class should be created, then you will create inner class. I am going to explain the same thing here. Let's say you are trying to create a voter card. So if you want to create the voter card, do you think that voter card should be created without the person object? If the person is not created, then how the voter card can be created? Right? It means you feel that okay, firstly the person object should be existing for creating the object of the voter card. Right? So here we will be using the non-static nested class or inner class, because inner class or non-static nested class says that firstly the outer class object should be created, and within that outer class object the nested class or inner class object will be created. This is similar to the instance variable. Instance variable, if you recall, so instance variable says that to create the instance variable the object should be created, and within the object those instance variables are created. Same thing happens with the inner class. Inner class simply says that if you want to create the object of this inner class, the first of all you have to create the object of the outer class, and the object of inner class will be created inside the object memory of your outer class, similar to the instance variable. So this is the simple logic behind creating the inner class. If you feel that okay, the object of the nested class should be allowed to be created without creating the object of outer class, then you will go for static nested class. Right? When you will create a static nested class, when you feel that object of nested class should be created without the object of outer class, then you will go for the static nested class. Let us take an example. Let us suppose I said that there is a class Ola. Right? There is a class Ola. You are already aware Ola and Uber. So here Ola is a car, Ola is a cab service company, and here I am creating a class cab. Right? So I am creating a class Ola, and inside that I am trying to create a class cab. Now tell me, do you think that this class must be a non-static nested class? If you want to create a cab, do you think that every time a new Ola company should be created? Obviously not, na? Because when Ola is created only once, Ola is not required to be created for a cab. Ola can have a number of cabs. It doesn't mean every Ola will be having its own cab. You have only one Ola, but there are thousands of cabs. So here it should be independent of the outer class object. So here you can say it should be declared static. Is it clear? So you can relate it here. Here you want to say that cab object should be created without the object of Ola. That is okay. But here you are saying voter card object should be created only when the object of person is existing. You cannot say that the person is not available, but I want to create a voter card. Right? So this is the example of static nested class, you can say, and this is the example of non-static nested class. Right? Any doubts in this case? So you can simply put it into the comment box. But the simple reason is, if there is a static nested class, object of the nested class can be created without creating the object of outer class. But if it is an inner class, then for creating the object of inner class, the object of outer class is mandatory. And why it is mandatory? Because inner class object is created inside the object of the outer class. So if the outer class object does not exist, inner class object cannot be created, right? So that's all for this video. Thank you. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you find this video useful, so please like, subscribe and share with all of your friends so that they can also get benefited. Ravikant Sahu signing off. Thank you.